But here are my teams to reach the playoffs, my top 8 in the East. I've got the Bucks, but yes, you can get them at minus 10,000, so you're not going to go with that number. But I think the Bucks, Nets, Celtics, Heat, Raptors, Sixers, Pacers, Wizards are my teams, my preseason predictions to make the playoffs. You can get the Wizards at minus 121 to make it, Pacers at minus 167. And after that, it's just bets you wouldn't take the yes at. But if you want to take the no, if there's a team in there that I would say, maybe not, I'd probably still stick with the Wizards. If you want to take no at plus 100, you get the 76ers at plus 500. But I also think in that order where I said, that's also my seeding. I think Bucks are 1, Nets are 2, Celtics 3, Heat 4, Raptors 5, 76ers 6. But I could see the 76ers having a great season and being the second or third seed as well. In the West, Lakers 1, Clippers 2, Dallas 3, Nuggets 4, Jazz 5, Warriors 6, Suns 7, Trail Blazers 8. I've got the Grizzlies out right now at minus 225. The Suns, I think adding Chris Paul for me is, and the fact that they went 8-0 in the bubble. No, it was a bubble. This is a new season, but I just think they're trending in the right direction. A team you didn't hear me talk about is Houston, because they're still up in the air. You go to some of the sports books, you don't even see Houston in there to be able to pick them in some of the futures and props categories. Go look it up yourself. You'll see Houston's not listed there in some of the team's futures. They are waiting to find out what's going to happen with James Harden, if he's going to get traded or not. That's what I think. That's why. If he stays with the team, boom, you put him in there. So if Houston's in there, ooh, that's tough. I think Trailblazers are out. I think as soon as Houston, if they keep Harden and he stays the whole season, I think the Trailblazers are out. Now, again, a team that maybe you could say, okay, they're not going to make it and you can get some good odds there. Maybe Nuggets. Maybe they had a magical run in the bubble, but there's not going to be the same when the actual season starts. And, and again, everything up in the air with COVID, there may be an issue. But you can get the Nuggets not to make the playoffs at plus 1,400. You can get the Jazz at plus 400. Trailblazers at plus 162. And there you go.
Let me give you one more hypothetical before we
Bo's jumping in. Okay.
All right. If you want to talk yeses and nos, James Harden to get traded plus 400. You taking that?
Ooh. Yes, I'm taking that. Okay. I think that the fact that he was a no-show for the first 2 practices and he's just now taking the COVID tests and he's got to wait. What is it? He's got to pass 6 more tests.
Consecutive negative tests.
You know what? I vote that Harden is the first one that should get the vaccine and just let him practice. just give him the vaccine now.
For all the benefit of Houston's small businesses, so to say.
Yes, because the thing is, if you think about what Houston is going through right now, that they're being, for lack of a better term, held hostage by Harden, who, Coach Silas is just like, I don't know what's going to happen. Steven's just like, look, I can put the test right. I'm sure this is not the way he wanted to have his first job start. But I think if you going ahead, hey, let's give Harden the vaccine, let him practice. Let teams see him play, which I don't know why they need to see him play. They know who they're going to get in Harden and just trade him. The problem is I'm taking that number because I like the plus 400. But realistically, if I'm Brooklyn, I'm not giving up all of those young assets because then they don't have a bench. They just have 3 great starters, but they are giving up their entire future. And I think how surly, which I feel like he always is surly, that Kevin Durant has been when people are asking him about Harden. I just don't know it. I just don't see it working. I mean, Harden's not going to all of a sudden become a spot-up shooter, Bo. But Kyrie Irving's not giving up the ball.
Not quite the same quality of reunion as John Wall and Boogie.
No, not quite. Not quite. And I think Harden has the best chance if Wall and Boogie are dominant and healthy all season. Them against the Lakers, that to me is a matchup that I think they could beat the Lakers if they're healthy and they're at their peak performance as they were before they got injured. I would say most people would look at a Boogie, Wall, Harden lineup and say, woo!
Plus, Boogie's got the inside scouting report now, too.
Yes. They could win the West. They could win the West if they're healthy and they play well together. But will they do that? I don't know.